The entertainment industry simply exploded, and nobody anticipated this particular controversy. Fans were left screaming as Yandy Smith, the queen of drama herself, got caught up in an intense altercation. Social media is exploding in turmoil, and phones are recording. It all began when rumors of treachery began to circulate, and suddenly, the rumors turned into indisputable evidence. Yandy's longtime companion, Mendeecees, was exposed in an infidelity scandal that rocked hip-hop and the love world to its foundation. The shock, however, didn't end there. Tamar Braxton was concealed in the shadows of this catastrophic betrayal, and her covert relationship with Mendeecees is finally being brought to light. Let the world see it. Fans are forced to reevaluate what they believe to be true. Who knew for sure? Who was telling lies? And what will happen when Yandy is confronted with the truth? Everything is now public knowledge, including the video, the private conversations, and the hacked messages. The consequences are imminent, from yelling altercations to frantic social media messages, from envious allies to enraged adversaries. There is no way out of this storm, and just when you believe things can't get much worse, a startling turn of events is about to quit the whole business. Incredulously, it began as an ordinary Atlanta night. However, a storm that no one could have foreseen was building within Yandy Smith's house. Fans had observed tiny clues on social media, mysterious messages, incomprehensible emoticons, and abrupt disappearances of Mendeecees in the middle of the night. However, no one anticipated the shocking reality that would soon be revealed. Yandy is renowned for maintaining a close circle, and she had always exercised caution in managing her public persona. She shared well-chosen family pictures and heartfelt notes to Mendeecees, and even subtly mocking the internet detractors. However, tension has been building behind closed doors. Through a reliable source, Yandy received an anonymous information that Mendeecees was concealing something, or rather, someone initially. Yandy dismissed it. She didn't want to accept the rumors, but she had a gut feeling that something wasn't right. That night, her phone kept buzzing. A message from an unidentified number appears screenshots of the texts Mendeecees sent to a person called T. The texts were obviously clandestine, emotional, and flirty. The screenshots were strewn with phrases like, "I can't wait to see you," and "this has to stay between us." Then the bombshell was dropped. A video of Mendeecees exiting a building was released via a neighbor's doorbell. A building that belonged to Tamar Braxton, the insider said. Yandy's heart fell. Her family, her reputation, and her long-term love all seemed to be falling apart right before her eyes. She wasn't prepared for the show that would ensue, but she knew she had to face him. The following day, armed Yandy made the decision to act live, unvarnished, and unadulterated after gathering evidence and consulting her closest supporters. She refused to allow. This remains confidential. As the altercation progressed, followers on social media started to see the stress. Within minutes, tweets began to trend. Mendeecees infidelity, Chatter Yandy Yex revealed. Tamar secrets. Videos of fans who managed to catch glimpses of Yandy outside her house posted videos of her pacing and her shrill, trembling voice. Everyone was conversing, but no one could look away. Yandy set everything out inside the room. Texts, screenshots, and her phone was shown with videos. Mendeecees first made an effort to refute it with uncomfortable laughing and little deflections. He stated, "It's not what it looks like." Yandy didn't buy it, even though he had perspiration near his hairline. She knew just how to get him to confess, and she had evidence. Fans would subsequently characterize the battle as one of the most explosive moments in the history of hip-hop and love because of the electrifying tension, which was almost theatrical. Then, things worsened. An old direct message thread that revealed Mendeecees had spoken with Tamar was exposed, long before anybody suspected, for months. Inside jokes, covert meetings, and sexual suggestions were all disclosed in the texts. Relationship. When Yandy's best friends read it out loud, they gasped. The betrayal was a pattern rather than an isolated incident. Online fans went crazy. Snippets of thousands more people posted Yandy confronting Mendeecees on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. One video that went viral revealed the audio of Yandy yelling, "How long were you planning to lie to me?" was quite clear, and her passion, the globe stopped scrolling when the speaker spoke. Influencers on social media started responding to the video in real time. A few taking Mendeecees' side, Yandy's side, and those who are just stirring things up for clicks. In the meanwhile, Tamar Braxton is still quiet up to now. Leaks began to surface that showed her response to the controversy. There were screenshots of her Instagram story where she said, "Some secrets are better left buried," coupled with a mysterious emoji. At first glance, fans thought it was a direct reaction to the circumstances. A flurry of speculation sprung out. Was Tamar playing mind games, or was she implying that she was involved? More pandemonium was only stoked by the uncertainty. Within the altercation, Yandy didn't mince words. She displayed all of the supporting documentation, including messages, videos, and even locations from Mendeecees' phone that revealed covert encounters. Mendeecees attempted to sidestep inquiries, but he was trapped by Yandy's accuracy and unfiltered passion. The performance was on par with the conclusion of any reality program. Anger, shame, sadness, and betrayal, all packed into one tight room. When it seemed that when Yandy revealed the first significant twist, the conflict had reached its climax. She disclosed that she had spoken with Tamar personally, and the singer had acknowledged being aware of the covert meetings. The admission was shocking. Mendeecees' mouth fell open. Yandy's companions let out a shriek. Admirers. The internet went crazy. Within hours, the hashtag Sauter Tamar Secreton Tone No W became viral all over the world. However, it didn't end there. A secret audio tape of Mendeecees discussing Tamar and detailing situations that fans may hear was leaked by an unnamed source. Scarcely believe. The audio was unadulterated, uncut, and indisputable. The passion was felt by every fan in attendance. The drama and the treachery, the internet took off. YouTube was inundated with reaction videos. Instagram users went crazy. And there was a lot of indignation and conjecture on Twitter. The social media maelstrom followed. Reaction videos, memes, and even fan cartoons went viral. Going viral. People were taking sides. Some felt sorry for Yandy, referring to her as a queen for revealing the treachery. Others held men responsible for his careless decisions. Tamar's participation resulted in even greater pandemonium, as supporters argued over whether she was a mastermind or just a victim of the THS. By the end of the section first, something unusual had happened to the globe. What began as rumors and murmurs had turned into a full-scale scandal that received international notice. The bombshell revelation, the leaked messages, and the treachery. Additionally, the public confrontation paved the way for a more significant storm, one that promised further surprises, disclosures, and more emotional turmoil than anyone could have ever imagined. Fans believed they had seen everything, but then a leaked picture appeared on the internet. Tamar and Mendeecees were discovered together in an unexpected place. The globe eagerly awaited the caption, "It's just getting started." What would come next? Could this betrayal help Yandy get over it? To what extent will Tamar go in order to keep her secret safe? Part 2. Where the drama intensifies, industry insiders respond, and startling new disclosures threaten to devastate everything was set up. Everything that stands in their way. The city was reeling by the time the sun rose over Atlanta, not merely waking up. In hip-hop and reality TV circles, the controversy surrounding Yandy Mendeecees and Tamar Braxton had become the most talked about topic, and no one in the business was remaining silent. Videos from the night before were all over social media platforms. Text screen grabs and the leaked Mendeecees may be seen entering Tamar's building on neighbor footage. Even the most prominent bloggers and hip-hop influencers couldn't keep quiet. Reaction videos were posted by gossip channels such as Hip Hop Tea, Rap Shocker, Bay P, and Star Hype, received millions of views in a few of hours. Fans reacted angrily to a video titled Yandy vs. Mendeecees. Full drama revealed, discussing loyalty, justice, and treachery. Mendeecees were revealed by tweets including hashtags like Yandy. Charred Tamar secrets became a global movement. However, the reaction wasn't limited to the fans. The even famous people were weighing in. According to sources, Yandy's longtime friend and Queen of Shade, Rashida, gave Yandy a private call to give assistance. "You're handling this like a queen. Don't let anyone gaslight you," the voice message stated. Some facts are louder than others, Blueface allegedly wrote a mysterious message on Instagram stories. Fans immediately linked this to the Yandy Mendeecees stammer, and some rumors are too loud to ignore. Drama that stoked rumors that the music business was carefully observing screenshots from an unknown source revealed that Mendeecees had attempted to conceal communications from within the El Haddle set. His texts, erasing his traces, and phoning Tamar to keep silent. According to another leak, Tamar reportedly had, "The internet was bustling now, and they had taped some of their chats, perhaps in preparation for a just-in-case situation." With inquiries, would those tapes ever be released? Yandy, in the meantime, wasn't only responding, she was taking charge. Several videos showed her addressing her fans directly, in Instagram Live. Her voice is strong and unflinching, yet tears are running down her cheeks. "I don't just happen to find out things," she stated. "I don't allow anyone deceive me, and I stand up for what I believe in. Not the individuals I trusted the most, in particular." Her elegance beneath the spotlight enthralled fans. Pressure, producing widely shared memes that lauded her fortitude. In the middle of the turmoil, Tamar remained mysterious. While some sources suggested she was preparing her move, others said she could have. There was a flurry of suspicion about another covert tie in the sector, perhaps larger than just Mendeecees. Fans were assembling timestamps, locations, and leaked audio samples on Reddit, Twitter threads, and Instagram communities, trying to construct a betrayal timeline. Then, when everyone believed the situation couldn't possibly get much worse, a fresh, shocking revelation surfaced. A leaked dimes between Tamar and a prominent music boss, implying that someone else was in charge of organizing the covert meetings with Mendeecees. The industry was trembled. Was this a power move to influence Yandy's behavior, or was it a setup? Public image. While fans were consuming every bit of the frenzied social media activity, theories were running wild. Reached a fever pitch, with viral VARDs and TOTTLLHH, fanatics among the influencers going live, constantly breaking down every second of Yandy's altercation, comparing leaked recordings side by side, and even examining the Mendeecees' voice tone for indications of guilt. Reaction videos went viral. It was a full-scale online battle, with some accusing Mendeecees of being completely responsible, some accusing Tamar, and yet others supporting Yandy. The music charts were unsafe, and there were millions of participants. Reports started to surface. Rumors that fans were practically tuning in to hear songs by musicians involved in the incident, which were experiencing surprising jumps in streaming, the background music for this mayhem. According to one source, the controversy itself is creating hits, and people are fixated on watching how this every song that talks about devotion, treachery, or heartache becomes popular all of a sudden when drama plays out. And right when after, fans believed the story had reached its climax. An insider said that Mendeecees could have had a relationship with Tamar prior to his relationship with Yandy even began. The hacked messages suggested that Yandy's sadness was based on years of falsehoods and suggested long-term deceit. Online users went crazy, describing it as the ultimate betrayal. In a matter of seconds, reaction videos went viral, with one influencer yelling, "This is not only dishonest, this is a full-fledged behind-the-scenes manipulation controversy." The drama continued after that, with rumors circulating that more El Haddle cast members were now siding with one side, and rumor had it that some were surreptitiously providing tabloids with information in order to gain influence. Kendra, Bambi, apparently making comments behind closed doors, forming rivalries and alliances that fans could only conjecture about. Rumors began to circulate that this incident would serve as the inspiration for a whole LHA season narrative, fusing turmoil from real life with reality. The most combustible moment then arrived. However, a smuggled video from a private party showed Yandy directly addressing Tamar. Yandy's remarks were cutting, and the atmosphere was heated, with cameras clicking, voices rising, and spectators watching every second on someone's shaky phone footage. "You were aware of him all along, and you did nothing." Tamar's answer was cool, even icy. "I just made it through. Fantastic. I didn't initiate this." The footage quickly went viral due to the difference between Tamar's calm demeanor and Yandy's unfiltered passion, prompting people to argue over who was in the correct dot. Memes, reaction videos, and side-by-side comparisons were all over the internet. Swamped Instagram and TikTok. One popular TikTok combined Yandy's Instagram live response with the conflict video, resulting in a YouTube response channels posted hour-long videos that got millions of views in less than 12 hours. Dissections, examining each word, gesture, and expression on the face, and precisely when it appeared that this tempest would never stop, a fresh leak emerged, claiming that Mendeecees confessed to a fans were shaken by the second hidden affair, which had nothing to do with Tamar. Could there be more to this scandal? Hashtags such as now Mendeecees double became viral on social media once more. By the conclusion of Chapter 2, life and your Yandy drama were trending all over the world, and the public, fans, and industry were. Everyone was tense because the mystery had deepened, the stakes had increased, and the treachery had gotten larger. There was no stopping the social media fever, and celebrity responses continued to feed rumors. The world was aware that insider disclosures were still coming in like bombs. Wasn't finished, not even close, because there was still one more twist lurking in the shadows. One that was supposed to rock the hip-hop and love world like never before, leaving Tamar, Mendeecees, and Yandy in an uncontrollable game. By the time Part 3 of this started, pandemonium was starting to unravel. Every video, every text leak, every viral post had fans riveted to their screens, and Atlanta and the hip-hop culture as a whole were watching like hawks. However, no one anticipated that the last degree of deceit and guile would collapse in such a manner that Yandy, Mendeecees, and Tamar would be left on the brink of complete catastrophe. Yandy took charge of her story first because she understood that just going up against Mendeecees because it wasn't enough to expose Tamar. She needed to respond in a way that would solidify her authority and restore her reputation. Image. Equipped with confidential audio recordings, phone records, and insider knowledge, Yandy arranged a live broadcast, one that would completely upend the hip-hop and reality TV industries. As fans deluged YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, the gentle illumination of her phone lit Yandy's face as she calmly and precisely opened the broadcast, yet her eyes raging with rage. I've been silent for too long. I kept my mouth shut while lying. The truth will be revealed to the public tonight after dishonesty and treachery festered behind closed doors. She started by dropping the first startling revelation. Mendeecees wasn't merely cheating on Tamar. He had several covert relationships with industry women, some of whom were prominent influencers and even up-and-coming celebrities. Yandy's playing. Audio screenshot fragments caused the audience to gasp in real time. Then came the geotagging evidence suggesting Mendeecees had been living a double life for months or maybe years. Second shocking revelation. Tamar Braxton herself acknowledged in a correspondence shared by one of Yandy's sources that she was aware of Mendeecees' other connections. I didn't inform her, the text said. I didn't get involved. However, I was aware. As she took in the words, Yandy held up her phone. The treachery wasn't only private. It was well thought out, cunning, and strategic. Instantly, social media exploded. Worldwide hot hashtags included Jacker Yandy wins, Jack Mendeecees exposed, and Chachu Tamar secrets revealed. Fans sparked a response. Discussion snippets, videos, and memes. Even the conflict from Part 1 with Yandy's was pieced together in one viral post. Live reveal, giving the impression that a whole movie story is playing out in real time. The drama, meantime, spilt over into the sector itself. According to sources, influencers, artists, and executives were all picking sides. Some were apparently giving Tamar damaging advice, while others were covertly offering Yandy words of solidarity. Command. According to reports, Rashida even publicly acknowledged the occasion during a live hip-hop tea session, adding, "Queen. Don't just they rule, they endure." The shadow was obvious, and it was well received by fans. However, the last twist, the one that no one anticipated, was about to be revealed.